So I wanted to share with you some of the dreams I heard early on in my faith that really put a lot of foundation um, in me to be a whole person, to be whole, and brought healing to my life. One of them was this dream. One of my nephew at that time was around 9 years old, and uh, and um, and I had this dream. In this dream, it was like I was back at school, and I went to boarding school back in the day, and you'd have these classrooms. I don't know, like 50 students, and there would be a prefect, and basically we had study times, and you were not allowed to speak, or we're just supposed to be reading. But occasionally people just, uh, start speaking and making noise, and what would happen was a teacher would come, and if the teacher overheard people making noise, would come with this big whip, and when he comes to the class, the first thing he does, because when he comes through the door, everyone is quiet, everyone sits down and silences, and but the first thing the teacher does is go to the prefect and he say, give me the names of the people who were making noise. So he was supposed to be writing down names of people who were making noise. And if he hadn't written down, that was his role. And if he hadn't written down the names of the people making noise, he would be in trouble. So he had to. And in this dream, weirdly, the prefect was my nephew. We were in the same class, oddly. And on this particular day, I'm the one who was, the forefront, making all the noise, and with others. But I was just loud. I'm a loud person. And when the teacher came to my nephew, who was the prefect, and asked him for the names, and he lifted up the paper to him, and even when he's giving him the paper, in my mind I already know, because my nephew looks up to me a lot and he loves me. Like, at that time, I don't know anybody else who genuinely loved me that way. How kids love you, the unconditional love. And he just looked up to me and had great respect and love for me, and in a pure way, and I just so I knew he didn't write my name on that paper. I almost wanted to lift my hand to the teacher and say, I think this is wrong, because he's not gonna write my name, because he knows me, he's not gonna write my name. And while I was about to give myself up and object to the whole, like, this doesn't he's not gonna write my name, I know I should be on that paper. But right there, God started to speak to me through the teacher, and he said, exactly, that is right. That is how much I love you. The same way your nephew loves you, that he's never gonna give you up, even when you're wrong. But because he knows you and he loves you, there's no way he can give you up. And that's the way that's how That's how I show my love. And yeah, and that was the dream. And this dream really, I was just amazed. I was shocked. Like, wow, God's love is like that. It's the kind of love that fights for you. Because and God showed me further, because my nephew, his mother, it's my cousin's sister, and his mother loves him so much. And even if he gets in trouble in school or something, there's no talking about it, you know. His mother is gonna take his side and is gonna stand up for him, even if she knows he may be wrong. But no, she's going to stand up for him, and she's gonna defend him to the last, you know. And it's one of the purest motherly love I've seen, you know. And God said to me, that's exactly it. That's how much I love you. And I thought to also finish this with a Bible verse, because some people may not receive this because they're like dreams, you know, and the Bible should have the final word. So the Bible verse I was thinking of was Romans 5 verse 8, which says, but God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And now that's powerful, because that's very powerful, because it continues to say, let me read it all in its context. It says, see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous person. Though for a good person, someone might possibly dare to die, but God demonstrates his love for us, that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And this is how God shows his love for us, is when we're still unworthy, when we're still powerless, when we're still lost, when we're still wrong. We were wrong. You get me? We were wrong, but Christ chose to die for us. And that is the power, transformational power of God's grace in our lives. Yes, so that is very foundational in your faith. And I hope you're blessed. Thank you.